So in the last lecture we have seen that what is histogram and how to design the histogram, from the histogram how to equalize the image using histogram equalization, and also you have seen how to do the histogram of the equalized image. Today we'll see how to match two image by using their histogram data. Suppose for a given image, the intensity levels are given as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and with respect to that the number of frequencies depending on the intensity level is given as 790 for 0, for 1 it is 1023, for 2 it is 850, for 3 it is 656, 329, 245, 122, and for 7 this is 81. So that is your given image. Means one image is given where number of zeros you have 730 numbers, number of 1 that you have 1023 number, like that. So for that image intensity is given 0 to 7, means you have total 8 number of colors to that image, and the frequency of that color is given respectively by nk. And another image is given called the target image. For that target image tk, that is the intensity level. For the target image the intensity level and pdf are given. PDF is the probability distribution function. The last class I have told you as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So for 0 the PDF is given 0.00. For 1 it is 0.00. For 2 it is 0.00. For 3 it is 0.15. For 4 it is 0.20. For 5 0.30. For 6 0.20, and for 7 0.15. So this is the problem that you have to solve. One image is given and that is your target image. You have to matching these two images by using the histogram method. So to match the image, what you have to do for both cases, for given image and for target image, you have to calculate the equalized histogram intensity level as I have calculated in the last class. In that way you have to calculate for both case the equalized intensity level for both image. How? Okay, so to do the histogram equalization, what are the steps? First step is your RK, that is your intensity level. Second step is your NK, that is your frequency level. Third step that you have to calculate is the PDF, or the probability distribution function. Fourth step is your CDF, that is the cumulative distribution function. Fifth step is CDF multiplied by L minus 1, and the final step is rounding off. So the value of L here 0 to 7, so L is 8, so L minus 1 obviously it will be 7. So RK values are given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Respectively, NK value is 790. If you are not getting, just ask me question, okay? 10, 23, 850, 656, 329, 245, 122, and 81. So with respect to that, what will be your PDF? So PDF will be total frequency. Total frequency will be, if we add up all the values, 407, 28. It will be 4076, 96. Okay, whatever, 4076 or 4096. Just if you add up all the values, you will get the result. Okay, so that is your total frequency, and PDF will be that for this value, the PDF will be 790 by the total frequency, and it will be 0.19. I am writing the data as I have got. That data may vary a little bit, you can check it, and it will be 0.25, next will be 0.21, next will be 0.16, next will be 0.08, next will be 0.06, next is 0.03, and the final value will be 0.02. So that is your PDF, probability distribution function. With respect to that, what will be a CDF? So for first case it will be 0.19, for second case 0.19 will be add up with 0.25, so it will be 0.44. Third case, that 0.44 will add up with 0.21, so it will be 0.65. Next will be 0.81, next will be 0.89, next is 0.95, next is 0.98, next is 1.00. So that is your CDF. So with respect to that CDF, these values will be 0.19 multiplied by 7. So value will be 1.33, that value will be 3.08, that value will be 4.55, that value will be 5.67, that value will be 6.23, this one will be 6.65, sorry, next will be 6.86, and the final value will be 7.00. So that is your CDF multiplied by L minus 1, and if you round up, this is 1, this is 3, this is 5, this is 6, this is 6, this is 7, 7, 7. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7. These are the new intensity level of the given image. 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7. These are the new intensity level of the given image. I think it is clear to all of you. Then for the second case or for the target image, in the same way you have to calculate. It is much easier because RK is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With respect to that, PDF given. So you don't need to consider the NK. PDF given. So from that PDF, calculate the CDF. PDFs are 0.00, 0.00, 0.00, 0.00, 0.15, 0.20, 0.30. Yeah, it will start from 0. It will start from 0. So total 8 number will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 8 number. Thank you. So for the given image, you have got the equalized histogram level, and for the target image, these are the information given. That is the RK or the intensity level of the target image. With respect to that, the probability distribution functions are given. So depending on the PDF, you can directly calculate the cumulative distribution function. That is the CDF. It will be like that. Zero 0.15 plus 0.2, 0.35, 0.35 plus 0.3, that will be 0.65, that will be 0.85, and that is the final value is 0.15. So (0.85) and 1.00. So that is the CDF. So depending on that CDF, if you calculate that value, it will be 0, 0, 0, 1.05, 2.45, 4.55, 5.95, and 7.00. So for the target image, your histogram equalized intensity level will be 0, 0, 0. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 5, this will be 6, this will be 7. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think it is clear to all of you. Now the important part comes. Whenever you are getting the intensity level, histogram equalized intensity level for both the image, that is the given image and target image, then you have to do the matching. So try to understand it very clearly. For histogram matching, the first column that is defining RK. RK is your input gray level. Then it is defined the equalized gray level image. Equalized gray level image. Next column defines you the equalized target image, and the last column defines the output mapping. So first is the input gray level image, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are the 8 input gray level image. Depending on that, the equalized gray level image of the input, you have got 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7 and 7. And for the target image, you have got this one, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Now the matching will happen. Now to match that, suppose just write it down as C2, C1, just for make you understand. Now what you have to do, you have to compare C1 with C2. So first you will compare C1 with that value of C2, and you will check whether C2 is greater than equal to C1 or not. You will check that for each and every values. If that is satisfied, then you have to do the operation. So for that case, first you will compare your C1 value with C2, that is 1 will be compared to 0. So that condition is not satisfied, because in that case C1 is greater than C2, so it's not satisfied. Come to the second value, that is also 0, not satisfied. Come to third value, that is also 0, not satisfied. Come to fourth value, 1. You can check it, that value 1. So C2 is greater than equal to C1, that condition is satisfied. So if that is happening, then that intensity level for C1 will be mapped to that intensity level for C2. So that 0 will be mapped to 3. Now come to the intensity level 1 for the given image. So for that intensity level, you have provided 3. Now 3 will match to that. It will start from initial position and it will match. You can check it that the 3 will be matched with 5, because 3 is greater than 2, condition also not satisfied. 3 is greater than 1, condition not satisfied. For each and every value, condition not satisfied. Only if we compare 3 to 5, then the condition C2 greater than C1 is satisfied. So for the intensity level 1, the output mapping intensity level will be 5. Okay. Again compare 5. If we compare 5 from starting to end, you can see that again that 5 will match to 5. 5 will match to 5, that is greater than equal to 0, condition satisfied for this case. So again for this position the mapping will be 5. Clear? Next we'll check 6. For that 6, mapping will be what? 6. So that will be your mapping level. So for this case it will be 6. Again you have 6 for the equivalent gray level image for the input image, and that 6 again will be compared to the 6 of the target image. So again for these two 6's condition is satisfied. So for this 6 also your mapping level will be 6. Similarly, if you have 3 number of 7, all will be mapped to that 7, because before that condition not satisfied. So if you map to 7 for 5, 6, 7 for 3 intensity level, the mapped intensity level for each case will be 7. Okay, in that way mapping will happen. And after mapping you have to draw the histogram. To draw the histogram, you have got the mapping result 35566. So mapping will be like that. That is your RK for the input, that is your NK, and that is your mapping mapped intensity, and these are 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7 and 7. So to draw the histogram depending on the mapped intensities, what are the point that you will consider? 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. So as I have data from 0 to 7, so I am writing that. See, 3. How many number of 3 you have? Frequency for 3 you have 790. That is the frequency for 3. So for 3 you will have 790. For 5 you have 1023, and also for 5 you have 850. So in addition you have 1873. So for 5 the data or the histogram will show you the frequency level of 1873. For 6, 2 number of 6 you have, 656 number of 6's you have, and 323 to 9 number of 6's you have. So in addition 985 number of 6's you have. So whenever you will represent the 6, you will have 985 number of 6. Similarly for 7, 3 number of 7's you have, 245 plus 122 plus 81, it is 448. So you will have 448 number of 7s. So that will be your histogram after the matching. So write down a home task. Input image is given as RK and NK as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and NK is given 8, 10, 10, 2, 12, 16, 4 and 2. That is your input image, and target image is given as TK and NK. Target image also 0 to 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 0, 0, 0, 0, 20, 20, 16, 18, 20, 20, 16, and 8. So input image is given and target image is given. You have to do the matching. Now, whenever you will do the matching, you must have the same number of intensity level. Otherwise, you cannot do the matching. See, you have simply two circles. You need to match these two circles. Okay. So if you want to match these two circles, that two circle radius must be the same. Otherwise, how you will match? Because it will not match. Na match means it will completely perfectly attaching with each other. Matching means simply, if we forget about image processing, if you want to match any two circle, must be radius of these two circles same. If it is not same, then obviously it is not matching. You can directly say that these two circles are not matching. So if there is no matching, then how you will process the histogram matching? Isn't it? So whenever you will do the histogram matching, the RK value, that is the intensity level of the image for the both image, input image and target image, must be same. Otherwise the matching will not happen. Okay, but you can do the histogram equalization, because histogram equalization does not depend on matching. Histogram equalization is a technique to enhance the image. Okay, so you can do it separately for both cases. Morphological image processing. Morphological image processing. What is that? What is the importance of that? That we are going to understand to that lecture. So before that, just I want to show you some result taken from internet. So that is your input image taken from the internet. Any image you can take it. From that image, our aim is to segment out that data written here. Now to segment out that data, what are the steps? The first step, as the in spite of that data, others are not our area of interest, so we will first remove all the other part except that part. So the first step is to crop the data. So that I am cropping. So after cropping the data, what I am doing to segment out that part, we need to convert that data into gray level image. I have converted the RGB image into gray level image. The importance of converting is that whenever you are trying to segment out that written data, you need to segment out in the binary format. Means that given data will provide the values 1 and all other position will give you or will provide the values 0. Okay, so first you have converted the image RGB image into gray level image, and then you have converted in the binary image. So that is your result. Now problem is that you can check that it's not segmented properly. Whatever the data written here, it's not segmented out properly. So that is the problem. So to solve that problem, we need to use the morphological image processing. To solve the problem means you can check it. I have told you the data written here must be 1, but the places you can check it, these dots, black dots defines 0, so that dot must be 1. That is first condition, first case. So all the dots must be 1 inside the image, and some portion also here not available, so you have to retrieve that portion, and also some portions are not available to that place, that also you have to retrieve. So that you can do if we use the morphological image processing. Okay, clear why we need morphological image processing? Then to do the morphological image processing, one very important point you need to know is structuring element. What is that structuring element? Structuring element basically a small binary array. It may be like that: 1 1 1 1 sorry 0 1 1 0 0. It may be like that. It may be like that. Anything, any structure by defining a binary array is called the structuring element. The structuring element may be of different shapes called disk, called square, called cube, called octagon, means depending on the shape we are considering. Okay, so what is the importance of that structuring element? Why we are taking the structuring element? To understand that, you have to come to the erosion part. Suppose I am providing you an example. Just check the example very correctly because it is very important. Just check it. See, suppose a matrix is given. Over that matrix, all are zeros, only these portions are 1. Okay, now what we are trying to do, we are trying to do the erosion. And what is erosion? What is happening to that erosion? If you follow the example, it will be clear to all of you. We are trying to do the erosion over that image. For that erosion, we are considering a structuring element like that. That are all 1. That are all 1. So it's your structuring element. So you need to do the erosion. So to do the erosion, what are the steps? Steps are that you need to compare the given structuring element. Suppose that is your structuring element, the same structuring element. You need to compare that structuring element, means each and every place of the given data you have to put the structuring element, and you have to check whether all the 5 values of the structuring element is completely fit to the image or not. If the structuring element is completely fit to the given image, then the structuring element, the center point provided here, that is the center point of the structuring element provided here, will be your one valuable data that will be eroded. Means what? First, you need to compare that. See, first I am putting my structure element to the first one position. If I put the structure element to the first one position, what is happening? These three are matching, but this one is matching, this one is matching, this one is matching, but these two places are not matching. So we will not consider that portion as the erosion data. So what are the portion we will consider? The portion, if we can map the structuring element like that. If we can map the structuring element, that each and every point of the structuring element is completely mapped over the given image. If that condition satisfied, then the center point will give you a point of the eroded result. Means if you do the erosion, that will be the one point you need to consider. So this will be one point you need to consider, and suppose this point is this one. Again you will map to the next point where the total mapping will be done. You can check, these are the point where the total mapping is not happening. Okay, any boundary position you can consider that mapping is not happening. So this is the first point where the mapping is happening. This is the second point where the mapping is happening. So that second point will also be the result of erosion. So that second point will also be the result of erosion. Okay. Similarly, come to the third point. Any other point? Check that this is also fit to the image. So third point is also the result of erosion. Is that clear what is happening here? Is it okay? So similarly we will map. Okay, so similarly we will map each and every point and we will check whether it is completely mapped or not. If it is completely it does not map completely, so it will not be your result. If we come to that point, we can check all the values are mapped, but that value, that data is not mapping, so it will not consider as the result. Okay, so finally if we check all the values, you can see that this is the first mapping. This is the first mapping. Depending on the first mapping, we are getting the first pixel value. After the second mapping, we are getting the second pixel value. That is your third mapping. That is your fourth mapping. That is your fifth mapping. That is your sixth mapping. After that, if you try to map, any point written in white, written in yellow, the mapping does not happen. So any yellow portion will not be considered as the eroded value. Okay, so we will come to that portion. Again we will check all the positions. This is mapping, this is mapping, this is mapping. So these 6 values are mapping. Except these 6 values, any values you can consider does not map. So the result will be this one. So for the first case, these 6 values are mapping. For the second case, for this part, these 6 values are mapping. So if you check the erosion, what is happening? That yellow part is removing, and also it is reducing the orange part also. Okay, so that is happening to the erosion. I gave you an example here. You can check it. The first one is your input image, and obviously keep in mind, whenever you are using the structuring element, the image must be binary, because structuring element defines by 0 and 1. Okay, so input image must be binary. So first, the binary image is that. Over that binary image you have to use the erosion. Now you can check this portion and this portion. For this line you can check that the number of pixels, if we consider the width, the number of pixel is less constrained to this line. Okay, so whenever you will do the erosion depending on the structuring element, first that portion will be removed, second that portion will be removed. Clear or not? Okay, that is the image where you have to do the erosion process. Okay, now that image provides you several lines connected to that square. Now if we check those lines, we can check that this line has less number of pixels in the width considering to that line. Clear? And also this line has more number of width or more number of pixels considering to these two lines. That is also clear. So whenever you will do the erosion process, check here, you need to mention the structure element. So first, whatever I am doing, just I have considered my input image and convert that input image in the binary range. How it is converting, just don't go to that part. I will explain you in a practical session in detail. So first I have considered my input binary image, which one is that image. Okay, and then I have considered the level of the structuring element different way. The structuring element is defined by the code strel, and I have considered the disk shape the structuring element. Disk shape structuring element means the structuring element will provide you like that. This is disk, it's a disk format. Okay, so this is your disk shape structuring element, and I have considered 1. That means the structuring element will give you a disk where you will have a, if we run that portion, it will be more clear to you. See, 3 cross 3 logical means you will have a matrix of 3 cross 3, and where you will have the disk shape 1 means that portion. So if you consider a structuring element with 1, you will get that structure. if we consider write down the disk. Clear? Now if we change the structuring element from 1 to 3 to 6, what is happening? Simply the size of the structuring element is increasing, nothing else. For 1 it is a 3 cos 3. If you consider 3, it will be, you can check it. If we run that, it's a 5 cross 5 logical image. If we consider 6, it will be it is 11 cross 11 logical image, means the matrix size is increasing. Keep in mind, for 1 you are getting 3 cos 3. For 3, when you are using structuring element of size 3, you are getting 5 cross 5 matrix. When you are getting structuring element of 6, you are getting 11 cross 11 matrix. So if we compare here, by 3 cos 3 matrix, you are getting the result. Now if it is become 5 cos 5, what will be the effect over the result? Effect of the result is that number of pixels that you are getting in the result will be less. Means then it will match to 5 cross 5. It's 3 cos 3, it will match to 5 cross 5. So two number of neighborhood will increase. So obviously the result that you will get will be less. So whenever you are using the structuring element, means you are removing the maximum number of pixels from the image. Okay, clear or not? I am running the code. If you see the result, it will be more clear to all of you. That is your input image. Okay, over that input image you need to run the code. So first I am running, considering the structuring element, disk shape structuring element with value 1. If we consider that, see the result. That is your input image, that is your output image, considering the structuring element with value 1. That is a considering a 3 cos 3 matrix. You can see that the initial that lines are removing, but if we change the, or if we increase the size of the structuring element, and if the size is a 5 cross 5 matrix or simply 3, you can check that. That is your input image, that is your output image. So you can see the change. Maximum number of lines are removing. Okay, and also again if we increase the size of the structuring element, again if we increase the size of the structuring element C, but this case that is structuring element with 3, you have these two number of total 4 number of lines. 2 number of lines are given vertically and these 2 number of lines are also here, but whenever we are using structuring element with 6, that these 2 number of lines are also removing. Okay, so if we increase the structuring element, so maximum number of size will also remove, as well as keep in mind, as well as pixels are also removing from other part also. You can check, this is your input image, the size of the other part except the line, and for the output image the size of the other part is not same. For both cases the erosion is also happening. Okay, so that is the erosion. In the same way, dilation will happen, but dilation process dilation process is opposite of your erosion process. Means in erosion you are removing the pixels from the given image. In dilation you will adapt the image, adapt the pixels to a given image. How? That I am showing you. Suppose that is your image A. Over that A, you need to do the dilation process, structuring element given by B. Now structuring element, I have already told you, may be of any size. And in that structuring element, the center point is given this one. Keep in mind, that is your center point. Now, whenever you will do the dilation process, in the same way, you have to check the each and every pixel position. In the checking process, if you see that structuring element and the input image shares same pixels, that may be one number of pixel, that may be total number of pixels, but if shares any one pixels, then the center point of the structuring element will be considered at the result of dilation. Means if this is your structuring element, you will compare here if you compare that, so that structuring element at input image is sharing the same pixels, that pixel. Yes, so as it is sharing, so center point of the structuring element will be considered as dilation result. So you can check it here. For this case, that position is considered as dilation, that position, and that position is defined to that place. Next we'll check, we'll check here, it's not sharing, so it will not provide any result. That position will provide you the result. So visually first check it, then I will write it down. That is your one point, that is not, that is your one point, that is your one point, that is not, that is your one point, that is your one point. Okay, these are the points, and also within the pixels, all the pixels are the point. Sorry. And also this is your point, this is your point, this is your point, this is also your point. So sorry, so if we consider this portion, this provides a point, this is a point, this one, for each and every place we put the structuring element, you will get a count point. This is another point, this will be another point. See, this will not be the point, as if we put here the structuring element, it does not share any common portion, so it will not be the point. Again, this, so in that way all the point you have to consider. So you can check it. For each and every position I am considering the points. This will be your final result. Clear what is happening to the dilation? Okay, so in the dilation actually we are adding up the pixels, just opposite to the erosion. In erosion we are removing the pixels, in dilation we are adding up the pixels. I am showing you one result, then it will be more clear. So that is your dilations. See what is happening. That is your input image. Something is written here. Now you need to do the dilation over that, because if we check from the near end, you can see that there is a gap. In the H there is a gap, in S there is a gap. Similarly, if you check all the letter, you can see so many gaps. Okay, so you need to fill up those gaps. To fill up those gaps, you need to use the dilations. And if we use the dilations depending on different structuring element, what is happening you can see here. Same thing is happening. Structuring element we are considering strel, but as the letter are all you can see in the square format, so depending on that I have considered the square structuring element. You can consider also disk structuring element or something else. Depending on that you will get the result also. Now for dilation you need to use IM dilate. For dilation purpose you need to use IM dilate. So the given binary input image and the structuring element will provide you the output result. So this is the output result when the structuring element 1. This is the output result when the structuring element 3 and 6. And you can check the output result. This is the output result when structuring element 1. You can see that nothing, no effect is happening over that. Means after adding up some pixels considering the structuring element 1, it is not enough to fill up the gap. So what you have to do? You have to increase the structuring element. See, when we are considering the structuring element 3, see the gap is filled up. But with that the size of the letter is also increasing. Okay, the gap is filled up and size is also increasing. Now again if we increase the structuring element, we can see the change in the letter. It is getting bold. So if you change the structuring element, it is continuously adding up the pixels over the image. That is the effect of dilations. So to get a proper result means I will fill up the gap, but the overall image size or overall size of H will be the same, just the gap will be filled up. To do that we have to use the dilation process first to fill up the gap, and after that we need to use the erosion process. If we do that, the gap will be filled up and also the size will be the same. Suppose we are doing dilation with structuring element 3, so we need to do the erosion with structuring element 3.